hairbrush that has this type of flexibility. This will be your new best friend. It's called the Smoothie Brush. You're getting a trio. It's the final quantity of the year, so this is all we have. And with 40,000 spoken for, this is a very hard hairbrush to keep in stock. Because this isn't just any hairbrush, right? Which is great for regular, taking care of your hair and keeping it looking nice and pulled together. It is going to be the most unbelievable brush when your hair is wet, that is not going to damage your hair, that can get through what we call them in our house as snarls, but the nastiest of tangles, which with my daughter's hair, trust me, I know my way around some hair snarls. This is also an incredible styling tool. You could just with a blow dryer and this smoothie get lift and style. $30 gets you all three. So you get that rose gold, you get the pearl, and you get the cool black. So you have one in your shower, one in the vanity, and one in your travel bag. Or great stocking stuffers for everybody in your life. They're under $30, whether you get snarls or you have very fine hair that sometimes you're afraid to brush. This is going to be the best tool. And it does so much more. I'll let Maria continue to explain because she, designed it. Under $30 would normally cost you $66 at the salon. When I bought my first one to brush and detangle my daughter's post-swim hair, oh, don't even get me started on that, I spent $22 on one hairbrush. And then it's like, where did the hairbrush go? Because it ends up in the shower, it ends up by the bathtub, somebody wants it in their bathroom, and then now you get three for just a few dollars more than you spent on one. So this is what you want to shop for this morning. Here, come on over. It's so much more than just a hairbrush. What did you do different?
Well, it's really all in the design of the brush. And what I'm doing right now that you can see is it starts with the flexibility of this brush. Notice how flexible this brush is, right? Not only is the brush part of it itself flexible, but take a look at this actual teeth. They move just as well. Now, in addition, it's the amount of rows that are on here, the spacing of the teeth, and the fact that the ends, which are this soft tip on the ends, are a part of that so that these aren't coming off. So what happens, because of all of this movement, it makes it the best volumizing brush, the best detangling brush, and the best scalp massager you will ever have used on your hair.
That's amazing. And a scalp massager.
And a scalp massager.
Okay, so of course, we use it to brush out the snarls. It's a dream.
Yes, without
I
doubt.
can vouch for that. But how do we use it to get volume?
So here's the thing. Because of the flexibility and the way that the teeth are spaced, it literally has the proper tension to style. Now, this is something I did because I wanted a brush like this. Notice how when I'm doing Cheryl's hair, I just put it in there and then just pull out, and what's happening is it can go as high as I want. So when you're blow drying, you're going to do that, and you're going to get that blow dryer right into that root, because if you don't get that root up, you'll never get the amount of volume that your hairstylist gets in your hair. But notice, because once I do that, I'm not pulling her hair. There's no hair coming out in the brush, but it literally holds on to that hair. Notice in there. I want you to get in there. Great, yeah. See how all the different teeth just hold on to that hair so I can go as high as I want with my volume. That easy, right? Ooh. I know. So that's what makes it the best volumizing brush. Right. Literally, when you dry it, you'll see we started with bounce cream. You remember that in the beginning of the show? And then just this brush to dry her hair so that this way we could get, just take a look.
Snazzy.
All the lift that I can get in her hair.
Well, and maybe at home, you're like Lori who called in, and you might be using hot rollers.
Yes.
To set, and how
well, we're going to show you that.
Which hot rollers can be fun, but sometimes we just want to get to the end a little faster.
Oh my gosh,
it's your blow dryer and the smoothie brush.
If you have hot rollers, this is my ultimate after my hot roller brush through.
Yes.
Because of the flexibility, you never have any issue with brushing out your curl. Because usually you wouldn't use a brush on your curls. But with this flexibility, I'm going to show you in just a minute how it does that. Now, Jennifer is so kind to come with her wet hair just so I can show you the detangling part. So generally, when you get out of the shower, you saw me go from roots out, right, for lift. Generally, you're going to detangle from the bottom up. But I want to see the power of this brush, and I'm literally going to start at the top of her hair, which is not something I suggest, but I want you to see how I can just get through her hair. Ooh. I'm not pulling her. It's just going through like her hair's like butter and this is the knife or something. But do you notice how I have not hit a snarl? She's not Did you notice that? I mean,
Yeah, that
every
was
time I do it, I
amazing.
even amaze myself. And she says the same, because literally I can just
It
come down
glides
and
through.
just go through anything without snagging it. Now, here's the thing. I know all of my clients tell me, Maria, I use a wide tooth comb when I detangle my hair. Here's
Sure.
the thing about the wide tooth comb. It's not flexible. Remember we talked about the flexibility of this brush, right? Your wide tooth comb, when you're coming down, is brittle and hard, and when it hits something, that's a knot, it doesn't give. So what happens, it breaks that knot right where the hair is. Whereas this, I can feel the give. You can see what's happening, and I
Right.
just go through. And here's the thing, you will notice when you get your smoothie brush at home, look, it goes all the way, even to those highlighted blonde ends, no knotting. But here's the thing, you won't see the hair in your brush like you're used to. Our hair does fall out, right?
Yeah, that's-
we have
'cause it
100 hairs a day,
regrows,
right?
it's gonna
That's
happen.
normal, right?
Yeah.
So we have that our hair falls out. But otherwise, we're not getting the breakage that we're normally getting when a stiff brush or a stiff comb goes through our hair.
600 now spoken for. You get all three. You get a black, you get like a pearl white, and you get the rose gold. So for you, it could be one in the shower, because we're gonna mask our hair and we're gonna comb it out with the smoothie brush. It could be one in the vanity, one could be in somebody's stocking, or it could be in your travel bag. You will love this brush. And as far as snarls go, honest moment, mornings at the Carr household can be a challenge. And it revolves around one thing, and that's my daughter brushing her hair. And poor thing, we brush it before bed. When she wakes up in the morning, I don't know what happens when she sleeps. She's a mover and a shaker. And it is like so matted and so snarly. And I would buy the fancy brushes, Maria, and it still would leave her in tears, running around the house. Finally, I'd say, just put a ponytail holder and let's get out the door. She lets me brush her hair with the smoothie. So it's for the toughest
See?
snarls. So grandmas and moms, please grab this.
And
but
here
also
I'm-
for yourself.
Right, and I'm actually brushing through, like, if you have second day hair and there's some hairspray, like, I'm brushing through this, right?
Yeah.
But we talked about, because the flexibility, once I brush through the whole thing, and I'm giving her a gorgeous scalp massage while I'm doing
Yes,
it.
you are.
But watch these curls just bounce back to life. Like, generally you brush curls.
Oh, pretty.
Right? And they go away. But in this case, they just volumized more, because I'm not brushing them out. Like, I'm actually adding volume to them. So one of the, had mentioned that they use hot rollers. This is the greatest brush after your hot rollers are in and you brush through. You can also lift up like this. I love to lift with it. That's something I do on my hair all the time, is kind of lift like this so I can get volume. And even on this super long hair, remember we were talking about lift? If I was blow drying Trisha's hair,
You did that today.
I did this today.
Yeah.
Like, see how much lift I can go. It'll never stop until the hair runs
And
out.
it's holding
that
it at
crazy?
the right,
Right.
tension. 1,000 out the door. I have been in a situation, I bought one at Maria's salon, they're about $22. I wanted more because I wanted one. My daughter, I was using it in her bathroom, I wanted one in the shower, and we were sold out. I was like, oh, these are hard for us to keep in stock. You get the set of 3 for about $4 more than you would spend on one of the smoothie brushes. I feel like calling it a brush is almost an insult. Like, cover your little ears. This shit is so much more than a brush. It's also a hair tool. And in many ways, it's gonna be a godsend. Whether you have really fine, delicate hair or you get lots of snarls in your hair, under $30.
Look at this, is crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the length. It's the tension of
And
the
it still
flexibility
glides.
is so amazing that
And it doesn't feel-
literally, you can't feel it. Doesn't hurt.
feels so
I can
good.
grab that tension and go all the way up. And literally brushing through these gorgeous waves, I'm not getting rid of them either, which is
Over 1,000 spoken for. Grab a set or two, because you've got gifts. They're easy stocking stuffers, but you also want to have multiples for one in the shower, one in the vanity, and one for travel, of course. Okay, then we're going to do